Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to The Outer Worlds first DLC, The Peril on Gorgon, where we are in the Office of Creative Control or something like that, the Office of Creative Incubation, in search of the journal that we've been tasked to retrieve. So, we are pretty much where we left it yesterday. We've got the elevator all unlocked. Let me just get full screen. But I had a revelation just as I was, before I logged out yesterday. Am I fucking going mad? No. So this is where we left it. We've taken an elevator back down to the ground floor. And I was having a look at these again. And then I noticed that. Which I'm quite glad I did because...
Nice and easy.
Look at this. Perfect game. Which looks to be a named weapon. I'm going to pick up all of this. We can just bounce on out. As well as some ammunition on this table. Always want ammunition. And with that said, we can now just head back to the elevator. And I don't really care at the minute. Well, boom. That puts us back where we left off. So, let's check our map. Free music box and a free bracelet to sell shit. Free ammunition.
Sure.
For inaudible's sake. That's how I phrase it too. So let's check the map again. Comms tower. Beautiful. Yep, long as fuck loading times on this game. It is what it is.
I think this comms tower's gonna leak.
Right, we're back outside, but where were we on the map?
Just to someone with answers, or more warnings and riddles. I sure hope that spooky person on the screen ain't waiting for us. I'm about ready to jump out of my skin as it is. I'm hoping this leads us to someone we can talk with face to face. Or punch, if it comes to that.
Canid's there. leading me in another direction, isn't it? Eyes on the prize for now. Okay, so we need to stay on the... We can't drop down. We've got to find a path. Bad. Well, that was splendid for his fucking game design. Oh well. I was going to drop myself on the roof. Map again. Okay, this looks the quicker way. Jump in and help my girls. Do you enjoy that? Fucking immolated one. Security checkpoint. Take all the goodies. Print new security card, excellent. We'll just hack it. Beautiful. Get in here. Look at that, more supplies. Oh, I can pick that. Pick this one. Did that revolver have 700 damage? We'll take that. Pick up contraband as well. So it does seem like I've got the run of the place now. Dealer stash keycard. Okay, we'll figure out what that's for later. Map, map, map. Completely other way. It's fine. Let's have a look at the contraband or whatever it was I picked up. It's just a handgun. I think we're clear. Bit more heavy ammo. That looks a lot more likely to be defended, so I'm not going to go that way. Focus on the tasks at hand first. Got 9,000 fucking XP for that. Armor parts. Let's finish our poke around before I touch anything. Directory locate faculty staff. Clarence Mostly. Okay, so we got left behind. Got a level up out of it. Spend our level. We got 10 perk points that I'm just going to put straight into here. Because I want to get this to Virtuoso. So we need a couple more levels. Where's the door? Right now, where is it wanting me to go? To here. Is there fast travel? I think there is a fast travel here, which we will take. We want that progress today. You know, my little...
Lucky's problem was that he was always overconfident in himself. But us? We got this, whatever it is.
You think this place we're headed will tell us more about Gorgon? I wonder what they got up to here.
Evacuation in progress. Spacer's choice is not responsible.
Okay, so head to Byzantium. Annoyingly, that means loading screens. So let's just get through this as quick as possible. Possibly drop a few things off in my captain's quarters as well.
Captain, transmission request from Ambrose Manor.
Captain! Imagine my surprise when I saw the Unreliable leaving Gorgon with so much urgency and purpose. Tell me you found Mother's journal. I'm positively dying for good news. Well, isn't that exciting? A lonely asteroid, an old research facility, and now shady corporate intrigue. And here I've just been doing the crossword. Any promising leads on Mother's journal? I've watched enough detective serials to know that a promising lead can get you anywhere. I seem to recall that Mother worked closely with Gorgon's R&D personnel, but not close enough to invite them over for dinner and cocktails, if you get my meaning. By now, they'll have moved on with their lives. If only I could do the same. I knew Mother was involved with some important chemical trials, but I had no idea her pet project was adrenatime. Adrenatime is a working man's stimulant, like a caffeinoid. Very popular at launch, though the marketing quieted down over time. What? No. I mean, there's some very morbid wording in the fine print, but I had no idea adrenatime could make marauders out of people. That's it. That must be it. Spacer's Choice is keeping their dirty little secret about adrenatime off the record. We have to find Mother's journal. If we don't, then Spacer's Choice gets away with murder. I only hope we aren't too late.
This is basically the plot of the Firefly movie Serenity, isn't it?
Adrenatime was touted as the working man's best friend. A drug that boosted productivity with no adverse effects. The promise of adrenatime cannot be overstated. Exhaustion and fatigue were supposed to be obsolete. Workplace accidents would be things of the past. For whatever reason, the drug never lived up to that promise.
And now we know.
I don't know. And thanks to Spacer's Choice, we may never find out. I know that I'd like to see a colony where the promise of adrenatime was fulfilled. And I doubt I'm the only one. Thank you. I certainly ought to know what I'm doing. I spent years trying to break into pharmaceuticals, professionally speaking. Mother wouldn't hear of it. She didn't think I had the wit to succeed in her line of work. Safe travels. If your leads give you any trouble, be sure and give them some trouble back, yes?
Crack your knuckles, you.
That's the spirit. Until next time, my good captain.
So we've arrived, yes? But first I just want to drop a couple of the heavier items I've got. Shit, what did I just do? Oh, why are you ringing me now? Of all the... I'll call you back, I'll call you back. Oh, awful timing. Okay, so... Start. Don't need the toss sticks. Oh, I don't even need to really mess around. I've got loads of carry weight left. Alright, business as usual. I'm just gonna... Oh, this actually works out, the loading screen, in my favour for once. We'll call you back in 20. Isn't that always the way? You ring someone, you miss them, they call you back, and it's when you fucking got shit going on, whether you're eating or cooking or... I swear, if anyone under the age of 20 is watching this, the main feature of getting older is it becomes so much harder to sort of do the social things that come so easily. Like, you can't just, like, nip round to people. You've got to give, like, 3 weeks advance notice and shit. So, Byzantium. Oh, is this the fucking maze of a planet? I'm gonna... As annoying as another fast travel is... I think it's probably for the best. We got a new quest as well that popped. Like, quest name. So I'll have to rename this video when we're done, I think, to something other than the upper floors or whatever I've named it. Because we weren't really there. I was expecting like another layer of the building we started in.
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of her?
Who the fuck said that? Did you say that? Do you want to die that badly?
Ah, if it isn't my favorite vape. Of course I am. Now I know for certain that this is the pinnacle. There's nowhere more beautiful, and no lifestyle more luxurious. I deserve the very best our society has to offer. I earned it, and thanks to you, I know that I have it. Wouldn't you rest easier too in my position? Oh, you poor, greasy space hobo. You have so much to learn.
Space hobo?
Now, do we have any further business, or are you just here for the repartee? I earned my place here, just like everyone else. My grandfather was the CIO at Tile, you see. I just told you. My grandfather made millions of bits as CIO, and I earned them from him. Of course it is. Wealth is the most visible, objective measure of success. And success isn't given to you, it's earned. My grandfather taught me that. If you have wealth, you're successful. And if you're successful, you must have earned it. Honestly, it's a simple concept.
You're an idiot.
You're welcome.
I ought to fucking put a bullet through your head for the cheek. But we're not here to make trouble. What's this? Minister Clark's residence. Oh. Given that it popped a bit of experience there, it must have been a new building they've built into Byzantium, part of the DLC. Ooh, 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 tasty. Ah. I am tired today. I don't quite understand how my weekends go at the bat of an eye, but my weekdays seem to drag on forever. Nina Prescott.
Welcome to the Musgrave Family Collection. Still a work in progress. I'll tell you what I've told all the other guards. Mind your boots. Our floors are not made for armor. If you're here for the annual Canid review, I'm afraid it's already over. Only thing going on behind those doors is good, old-fashioned lawful behavior. This greeting constitutes your confidentiality agreement. You hereby agree not to disclose the location or existence of these events. Thank you for cooperating.
I did what?
Exactly. You do catch on fast. Now then, how can I help you?
I want whiskey.
We find that our clients enjoy the appearance of participating in illegal activities. Secrecy contributes to a feeling of indecency.
This kind of thing's pretty common. Bijou's used to do a prison-themed night. Served fish sticks with tartarus sauce.
Oh yeah. Prison-themed night was the best. Plus, they gave away limited edition designer handcuffs. The Musgrave Family Collection was intended to be a gallery of fine art. And here we are, using this place to practice semi-legal canid shows. Scandalous, isn't it?
Reprehensible. You said this place was supposed to be an art gallery. What happened?
That's privileged information. I really shouldn't tell you.
I'm privileged. Sure you can. I already agreed the stupid confidentiality clause. Remember? Jackass?
That's a fair point. All right. I'll tell you. But
Bit of
just
XP
keep
for
this
using Persuade.
between us. The Musgraves own one of Earth's largest private collections of art and literature. They were going to have the entire collection shipped all the way to Halcyon. Unfortunately, that collection never arrived. We haven't heard anything from the delivery convoy, and there's some purely hypothetical concern that the collection might be, well...
fucked.
I was going to say indefinitely delayed by unforeseen and unknowable circumstances, but yes. Let's go with that. Anyway, that's as much as I can tell you.
Maybe I
Will there
could
be
recover
anything
it for a
else?
small fee.
Mr. Mostley is indeed attending our event, although I am disappointed to discover he did not officially enter his canid Laplace into our competition. You should find Mr. Mostley just inside the prep room. Head inside and take the door to your left.
So I do like when DLC reuses old environments and worlds and stuff. It's quite cool. It is one of the problems I have. It's like with one of the games I love most, which is Final Fantasy 14. It's like we haven't really been back to Ishgard or anything like that since Heaven's Ward, and it just makes no sense. I get most of the content will be in new areas, but there's no reason you can't backtrack. Wealthy citizen.
Is this about canid hunting? We've been over this
Spectators. Nameless mob NPC. Ooh. Don't mind if I take all of this.
Musgraver's gone.
Vending machine.
Treatment, which I can only assume.
Joan of Arc. What's this one called? Little Waldo. Nana's. Timothy. Spartacus. Nanub. That's a fucking brilliant name, Joan of Arc. Wealthy citizen. Yeah, a lot of nameless fuckers here. Where do we need to go? This way. Bard. Bard? Motherfuckers. Check our map. So we've got 2 elevators. Get out of the way, cock end. I think we go through this elevator. Check our map again. Doesn't look to be anything here. Maybe there's like a switch or something, workbench. There's a shitload of mag picks and shit. Oh, good shit. Good shit, good shit, good shit, good shit. Take everything. We have got enemies. Oh. Technician's key card.
Okay.
Reach for the sky, boys. Think of them all. Go, my girls. They're right behind you.
I'm going. My kind of. Anyone? You got it, Captain.
Is it not dead?
Got 'em all.
Technician's key card. Niche. Back to the map. So what did that key card open? Take all of this. Look at that. We're coming out positive on ammo just by what we're picking up. So it was a door here, wasn't it? That was sealed somewhere. Bypass shunt, bypass shunt. Good shit. So I think the whole point is to get to the elevator. So where's the elevator?
hope these folks don't mind us borrowing this.
Woo! I just stole the trophy, girl. Trying not to let them spot me through the windows. Okay, I didn't even need to do that. That was optional.
Oh, you don't have to be scared of these canids, Captain. I don't think they're gonna hurt you.
Don't mind if I help myself to this, do you? Clarence Mostly.
Hey, Maverick Johnston's newest star. I've got a question for you. Do you know the interesting thing about canid shows? Oh, but there is, if one possesses an eye for statistics. Mathematically speaking, the interesting thing about canid shows is this. They're an exercise in futility. Winning is predetermined. Over time, the inevitable trend is that the race goes to the swift. Time and chance are just statistical outliers. In other words, if you put enough canids through enough trials, the one with the most optimal attributes generally wins. Exercise in futility. Oh, goodness, no. Not at all. I'm an actuary, you see. Well, not entirely. The actuarial sciences are more of a passion than a profession. So I suppose that makes me mostly an actuary. That's a bit of a family joke. I'm Clarence Mostly.
God, this guy. You ever been laid before, son?
Yes, that's us. Mostly oak trees, too. My grandfather invented them, you know. Well, no, he didn't invent mostly oaks, but he did purchase the naming rights back during the terraforming days. It's essentially the same thing. Oh. Then you're not here about my monograph. It's true, I was involved with Project Gorgon, but that chapter of my life is long since closed. Listen, I don't know what you want with Gorgon or with me, but let me give you some free advice, Let the past go. Live in the moment. Enjoy the party. I was wondering if you were the sort of person to accept sensible advice or respond with threats of violence. Thank you for resolving that ambiguity for me. Lifting the lockdown won't be easy. You'll need to send overrides from the chem lab and human inquiry. I don't have that level of clearance, but I know 2 people who do. The trouble is, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I washed my hands of Gorgon, and you're asking me to dirty them all over again. I'm going to need a good reason. Right, of course. Thank you for reminding me. Point well taken. I want a favor from you. Do something for me, and I'll do something for you. That way, we don't have to rely on mutual trust. A grand prize trophy to the Canid Review. I want it in my hands.
Oh, well, I've already done that.
Trophy, and I'll give you the remaining researchers. Names, locations, as much information as I have.
Way ahead of you.
My trophy! Look at this thing. Have you ever seen a more garish monument to the boredom of the elite? If only Grandfather Mostly were alive today, I would have loved to wave this trophy right in front of his cataracts. I hope you won't take it personally when I say I had my doubts about you. Nothing ever gets done in Byzantium, you see. Competent work is, well, a statistical anomaly.
Names and locations, boy.
Lifting the emergency lockdown requires overrides from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. Access to those facilities requires authorizations from 2 senior-level researchers. Marion Blakesley, Jasper Lowe. They went into hiding after the project collapsed, but I've managed to calculate their last known whereabouts within a reasonable margin of error. I see you're familiar with my technique. I'd love to show you my numbers, but there aren't nearly enough napkins in this room. After the project shut down, I had to keep my mind occupied. I worked on my actuarial tables, calculated the average lifespan of a Spacer's Choice worker, that sort of thing. I realized some of the researchers had to be alive. I ran some numbers, did a little research, and concluded that the 2 most likely survivors are Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe. I'll tell you what I can. Dr. Marion Blakesley supervised the Human Inquiry and Auditing Facility. Live subjects, measuring tape and syringes, that sort of thing. Someone sabotaged the facility. Blakesley tendered her resignation and vanished. I'm reasonably certain she's hiding in a maintenance bay on Groundbreaker. Well, with Spacer's Choice equipment, who even knows? Dr. Blakesley tendered her resignation lawfully, but under suspicious circumstances. If you want to know more, you'd best ask her yourself.
Okay, what about this Jasper guy?
Dr. Lowe described himself as a dazzling genius in his review. I disagreed. Of the 19 criteria that constitute the rubric of genius, Dr. Lowe only met 15. After the project shut down, corporate traded him off to Auntie Cleo in exchange for 5 lab coats. He's been transferred to an orbital lab around Olympus. Our office gave Dr. Lowe and his team every opportunity to develop a drug under perfectly reasonable guidelines and generous deadlines. Dr. Lowe failed to meet our requests and largely succeeded in using our supply of drugs to get himself higher than the mortality rate of a line worker at a Saltuna cannery. Certainly. What's on your mind? My eye! I was wondering where I'd misplaced that old thing. It's perfectly preserved, you know. Every eye possesses unique dimensions, not unlike a fingerprint. The circumference, the shape, the color of the iris. An eye makes excellent proof of identification, assuming you don't mind removing one. I'd rather not get into the details. If Spacer's Choice ever asks you to test out their new model of monocle, just say no. Well, that's rather responsible of you. I'll put a good word in your permanent record.
Oh, we get a bit of reputation with the board. And they're now agreeable. So, let's check our journal. The man in high orbit. The clockwork mock apple. Beautiful. Right. That's where we're going to leave it for the Outer Worlds for the time being. And we'll pick up on one of these quests next time. So, thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Have a good night.